Let's talk about this. As the global economy has slowed, and notably China, with demand, of course, for commodities falling, kind of falling off a cliff. One industry that is suffering greatly, and no surprises, that's the mining industry. In fact, the global players in that industry, they've gathered in South Africa for the biggest mining conference in the world. And I tell you what, many are concerned about the future, with further job cuts likely and the lack of investment on offer. Take a look at this. 2015, last year, a horrid year for the miners. You can see this this picture here, this graph. It shows the downward path of the prices of, well, things like copper, gold and platinum in the past 12 months. And as you can see, it's pretty much a downhill run. The industry has also had to dramatically cut costs. South Africa, the world's largest platinum and manganese producer, could lose as many as 32,000 jobs. That's according to South Africa's mining minister. Let's get more. Henry Hall is Senior Associate at Critical Resource. He's an expert in commodities and joins us. Henry, great to have you with us. Henry, for the uninitiated out there who don't follow this kind of thing, let me just make sure we've got this picture right. In the good times, the rich times, we build lots of stuff and we need lots of stuff to be dug out of the ground. And the miners, because of the demands there, the miners can charge us high prices for that kind of stuff. In the slower times, the poorer times, we build less, we don't need as much as that, and the prices go down. I'm wondering, during the good times, do the mining companies prepare for the slow times?
Well, some of them have done and some of them haven't, and I think you can see that in the performance of the miners now. I think it comes down to a strategic choice about whether they prioritise low costs in the new projects they're building at the time, or whether they more go for a high volume. And the ones who have gone for low cost can still make returns even in a market like this. The ones that have gone high volume are struggling more.
They're the ones that are struggling, and we're hearing some closing mines and things like that, and I'll talk about that in a minute. One thing that's important to note is that the mining companies don't only take a hit, but there are a lot of countries out there who have a lot of this stuff and rely on it. My country, Australia, Brazil, Africa, or South Africa. The slowdown hits their economies pretty hard.
Absolutely, and especially with the combination of the various commodity slumps that are occurring at the same time. A country like Brazil, for example, you've got a hit in iron ore, one of its major exports, but also oil and gas. Agriculture is not doing so well either, and that really puts pressure on the economy as a whole, depreciates the currency. In Africa, you've got a lot of West African countries that are having to go back to the IMF because they simply don't have the budgets to complete the plans they had before.
Yeah, indeed. Henry, we've had a very busy news agenda, as you know, today, so I've got to wrap it up, but we really appreciate your time. Short and sweet, but great stuff. Henry Hall joining me there.